Quote, I don't want to be here. There was some excuse from Bledsoe's side that he was tweeting about being stuck at his wife's hair salon, but
the defense is terrible. I was dying.
We've got more. By the time the Suns got to the Clippers over the weekend, Phoenix really got creative. I mean, that's what you get.
Yo, that's what you get, Christy. You get all up in KP's face, and then when Melo defends KP, you back off and run like a little girl. I remember that. Click. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. We are about to watch my girl, Rachel Nichols. Look, this girl. I'm in love with this girl, man. I know a lot of other people. She is gorgeous. Let me say this. Devin Booker, please do not. What? I feel bad for you because you're stuck there until what? 2020. I feel bad for you, man. This team is falling apart before our very eyes.
Bledsoe in his Suns uniform again. Ever. GM Ryan McDonough saying after the team's shoot-around today, quote, stop it. He won't be with us going forward. This is after the team sent Bledsoe home from shoot-around this morning.
Are you serious? Because of a tweet, you're upset? First of all, how are you going to get upset at the player for not wanting to be there? Why would he want to be there? You fired the coach 3 games into the season.
While most teams fall apart slowly, over the past 5 days, the Suns have clearly just decided to go for the hold my beer approach. Opening the season with a 48-point loss at home to a Blazers team missing one of its main stars. Yeah, that was a horror movie. Just wait.
Yeah, that's what y'all get, man. You want to know why? Because you got Christie on your team. Remember what he did to KP?
Got more.
I'll talk about that more in a second.
Watch. The Suns executed what I believe is officially referred to as the velvet rope defense. Just usher that opposing player to the basket. Make sure.
Remember I was laughing at that during my reaction when I was. No wonder why Lonzo dropped nearly 30 on them.
They remain
the defense is terrible. I was dying.
We've got more. By the time the Suns got to the Clippers over the weekend, Phoenix really got creative. I mean,
that's what you get. Yo, that's what you get, Christy. You get all up in KP's face, and then when Melo defends KP, you back off and run like a little girl. I remember that. I'll never forget that, you little punk. How you gonna run? Hey, you a punk, man.
Melo clowns. 40 points. More than 40, but just for spice, Josh Jackson decided to both curse out the crowd and make a gesture.
Come on, man. I'm surprised the NBA didn't kick him out the league. Come on, you can't be doing that, man. That messes up the NBA's image. Come on. That's nonsense, man.
By the end of the night, Alec Peters wasn't just flopping. It appeared he was trying to physically sink through the floor just to get away from it all, while the rest of the Suns just stood there. But it turns out all of that was just a run-up for yesterday. Let's talk about the firing of Coach Earl Watson first. It wasn't a shock. Earl is a smart, creative guy who was just wholly unprepared to be an NBA head coach, and he was never able to learn enough on the job to make things work. But if the rope was going to be that, why not pull it over the summer when a new coach could at least come in and have had his own training camp? The answer is the same answer we've given over and over. Because it's the Suns. The team is mismanaged from the very top. And every time owner Robert Sarver promises a fresh start or a new direction, something he did as recently as Wednesday, mind you,
yeah, you saw David Robinson in the background.
Figure out a way to sabotage it.
Yeah, real talk. Let me tell you something, man. Josh Jackson, that was disgusting. How you gonna do that, man? Come on, dude. You're making millions of dollars. Get over that type of lifestyle. It ain't cool, man. You got little kids that watch this. Come on, man. What the hell is that? Anyway.
This was a team that couldn't even tank right
Stuff like that just gets me mad, dude.
Which brings us back to Bledsoe, who was frustrated last spring when he was benched during said tanking. Adrian Wojnarowski reporting this morning that Bledsoe actually met with Sarver and asked for a trade this preseason. Then
I don't blame him.
He sent out the tweet that sent the NBA into convulsions. Quote, I don't want to be here. There was some excuse from Bledsoe's side that he was tweeting about being stuck at his wife's hair salon, but...
Yo, I would have said the same thing. You see Goran Dragic, Isaiah Thomas there? They had Goran, Isaiah,
and you
and
have
Bledsoe.
Watched everyone from Isaiah
and they
Thomas
ruined
to Goran Dragic
Those are
to
three of the
Morris
top 10, top 20 point, top 20 point guards in the league. And they ruined
Saturday evening trying to find
Goran left, Isaiah left. I don't blame him.
While the Suns
Eric, get out of there, man.
DeAndre Jordan certainly seems to think so. Not long after seeing his ex-teammates cry for help, DeAndre tweeted, "Come back home, bro." I mean, look, here's the bottom line.
They do need a point guard.
Nothing is going to change in Phoenix until Sarver either sells the team or removes himself from day-to-day decision-making. Until then, Bledsoe should want a trade.
Y'all don't even want to know why I'm so hyped. Eric, please come to New York. Come to the Knicks, baby. We need you. We need a point guard. That just opened up my mind. We need a point guard. Please. We can't even bring the ball up because Ron Baker turns it over every 2 seconds. Please. KP could use you. You and him, we won't make the playoffs, but we'd be all right. Come on.
Because hold their beer, you can be sure there's more chaos coming. Brian, what is the market at this point for Eric Bledsoe? What do we expect to have happen?
Well, the Suns have now badly leveraged themselves because they've sent him home and made it clear that he will not show back up.
They can't even trade
because he will not show back up until
most teams can't trade until I think December
Suns, allegedly.
12th or something like that.
There are several teams that make really good sense here. The Denver Nuggets could add him to their, they need defense. He would be really good for them. The Philly 76ers.
There's some kind of clause or whatever. Anyway, Eric. Come to the Knicks, baby, please. Come play with KP. We could use you. We're not going to make the playoffs, but we'll be all right.
They've got young pieces and picks. They could bring in a veteran like him. The Cleveland Cavaliers will always be mentioned because of a connection with LeBron James. I don't think the Cavs or the Clippers, for that matter, sorry, DeAndre,
I got to charge my laptop.
Have the pieces that are required to make the deal done. But you're right. As Woj reported, they went together and they met and they said, let's work on this over the course of time.
Don't die on me, please.
Only 70% of the league can be traded. The other 30% can't be traded until December 15th.
Right.
It is not
that's
trade
exactly what I just said.
It is a bad time to make a trade. But
Brian's like, don't do this to my phone. It's not trade season, people.
But he has forced it with this tweet, quite frankly.
Yo, she is so gorgeous. Oh, my gosh, dude. I can't.
Did they look into a deal with Denver over the summer? Wasn't that part of the equation? Is getting Moutier really going to help a Suns team that's having some problems right now?
At this point, they've now, again, leveraged themselves in such a bad position that they may be forced into making a bad trade.
Which is surprising why. I mean, what has been the game plan for these Suns over the past few years? Just acquire a bunch of guards and then trade them for less? Like, it doesn't really seem like they have any
That's exactly what I just said,
when you talk about this.
That's not a smart.
No, it's not. It's probably not the process, right? And that's,
Come on,
put
the camera on Rachel, man.
The 76ers have done with that, Sam Hinkie and the process and the label to it where they're losing, and everything's okay, it'll be fine. This Suns team has just been chaotic, and there seems to be no direction there. When you've got a talent like Devin Booker at that two-guard spot who can be, one of the superstars in the league, and you have a room, let's say in the future, maybe 2020, to have all this space, it does seem like they have it right in front of them, the ability to recover from this, but do you trust them with making these decisions or keeping players?
Well, that's interesting. So you mentioned the process, right?
As
Fans in Phoenix have been dubbing what they're doing, calling it the
70,
timeline. And part of this is what, again, Sarver outlined his big plan last week, was the idea that two of his four top players, they should be young players, they should become all-stars in the next 2 years. No big deal. Just make that happen. They're 20 or whatever.
There we go.
I like that angle. Keep that angle going. Because, again, that's easy to do.
Well, here was the gist about trust the process. There was no timeline.
Right.
It's done when it's done, and then you celebrate it because, hey, it happened. This, when you're putting a deadline on it, it's even more dangerous.
Well, isn't the genius about the process, if it turns out to be that way, that they had Sam Hinkie and then Colangelo in charge? Who do you have running the Suns? That's the biggest difference with the...
You want to know who's running the Suns? Nobody. This team has been irrelevant since Steve Nash left them. First of all, and I'm surprised Earl Watson wasn't a good coach. Usually the most garbage players are the best coaches. And the better the player, the worse the coach. Do you remember Isaiah Thomas with my New York Knicks? Do you remember that? That was an absolute embarrassment. Rachel. Come on. Come on. What's that? Come on. Stop playing games. Let me stop. No, she's gorgeous, though. Let me tell you guys just right now. The Phoenix Suns are probably the most embarrassing team in the NBA. They are worse than the Brooklyn Nets. They're worse. I can't believe I have to say this. Than the New York Knicks. My New York Knicks. They are worse than the Philadelphia 76ers and the Charlotte Bobcats. Oh, excuse me, they changed their name to the Charlotte Hornets. That ain't the worst name in the league. The Pelicans. Are you serious? Are you serious? That's probably the worst team name of all time. Hey, we're going to change our name to the Pelicans. Don't make sense. But it's whatever. The Phoenix Suns are an embarrassment. You had Goran. You had Isaiah. You had Eric. And what happened? Nothing. Tyson Chandler goes there, who was one of the best defensive players in the league, won Defensive Player of the Year with Carmelo Anthony alongside. Non-surprisingly, J.R. Smith also won Sixth Man of the Year because Melo makes his teammates better. Steve, you can't go one video without saying Melo. You damn right I can't. Now I say and I tell you guys this right now. This is the most embarrassing team in the league. This team is they're really just falling. How do you fire your head coach 3 games into the season? You might as well just have fired him in the preseason or before the season even started. So now you have all of these internal issues. You're not even going to allow Eric Bledsoe to play. And you heard what the man, Michael Wilbon said. I hope that's his name. I know his name. I'm trying to focus on the video and be entertaining, you know? They can't even trade because, like, what do they say? 75% of the league can't even trade till December 15th. So what are you going to do for the next month and a half? You going to be awkward? You tell him he can't play? He'll never put on another uniform? Come on, man. This team is in shambles. If the dude said he was at the nail salon, just believe him. Even if you don't believe him, just do it for publicity, for the media. Because now, this team has fallen apart. It is the most embarrassing team in the NBA. This is embarrassing. And Christie, that's what you get. What I tell you, karma is out. You mess with my man KP. You push him on the ground. You get in his face. And then when he stands up real quick to approach you, you approach him. Melo gets in your face. I'm sorry. That's what you get. I hope you play the rest of your career on this team. And Devin Booker, get the hell out of there. You screwed up by signing that extension. Get out of there as soon as possible. Heck, come to the Knicks if you want. Eric Bledsoe, come to the Knicks, baby. Devin Booker, come to the Knicks. Be man Steve. I'm out. Peace.